6:45. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Here is a news edited by Lal Mallavarachi and read by J. Yogaraj. First, the headlines. 110 people in Sri Lanka die every day from the use of tobacco and alcohol. Health authorities emphasize the responsibility of the society to prevent young generation from the drug menace. Floods caused heavy damages to the Kandy district. Poultry Producers Association agrees to provide eggs at the price of 55 rupees. Fuel consumption in Sri Lanka drops 50% in December. News overseas, deadly storm turns American city of Buffalo into war zone. Sports, Australia's Men's Test Player of the Year award will be named in honour of Shane Warne. And those are the headlines. President of the National Authority on Tobacco and Alcohol, Professor Dr. Samadhi Rajapaksa, says that 110 people in Sri Lanka die every day from the use of tobacco and alcohol. He said this at a press conference held yesterday at the Government Information Department. He said that 40,000 people die every year due to smoking and tobacco use, and said that the wives, parents and children of these dying people are greatly affected. He also said that if the tobacco tax formula prepared in 2020 and presented in September 2021 is implemented, the number of deaths can be reduced and the government can earn the required amount of 11 billion rupees. Meanwhile, consultant pediatrician Pujitha Wickramasinghe emphasizes the responsibility of the media to prevent the young generation from the drug menace. Children are always curious about novel experiences. There is a high tendency for them to get addicted to drugs. The media should make sure not to provide unnecessary publicity about the drugs. Parents and guardians should pay special attention on the behavioral patterns of their school-going children. The Disaster Management Centre reported that 110 homes within 4 districts have been affected by the current inclement weather conditions around the island. It added that 109 houses have been partially damaged owing to the situation. Meanwhile, the media spokesman of the Disaster Management Centre said that the 2 persons have lost their lives and 7 others were injured due to the heavy rainfall that occurred last Sunday. According to the Disaster Management Centre, 1,630 people belonging to 322 families have been affected in the Kandy district due to heavy rain. Also, 97 houses have been damaged in the district. In Dunivilla, Akurana, 1 house has been completely destroyed and the number of partially damaged houses is around 96. A brother and a sister of the same family, 2 school-going students, died in the completely destroyed Akurana Dunivilla and 5 persons were injured. RMB Ratnayaka, Chief Station Master of Kandy, said that due to landslides at about 11 locations in Kandy-Matale Road, train services on that line were temporarily suspended. Kandy railway station was submerged to a height of about 7 feet due to the water flowing from Bogambara, causing severe damage to the properties of the railway department. A stock of goods such as medicines and foodstuffs handed over to be transported by train too has been destroyed. Many important documents, including model question papers and personal files of the officers of the Kandy Regional Education Department, were also destroyed by the floods. Kandy Mayor Kesara Sennaika said that the main reason for flooding of Kandy city is illegal constructions. He said that steps will be taken to immediately remove all the buildings that have been constructed blocking canals and other drainage systems in the city. Matale, Ampara and Badula districts have also been heavily affected by the adverse weather condition. The National Building Research Organization, NBRO, says the early warnings received for several divisional secretariat divisions in the districts of Kandy, Kegol, Kurunegala, Matale and Nuwara are still effective. This news comes to you from Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The Sri Lanka Poultry Producers Association agrees to provide eggs at a price of 55 rupees. This decision has been taken due to the request made by the Minister Mahinda Amaravira. It is the government's duty to protect both the producers and the customers. The producers accuse that the brokers are storing eggs, which cause an increase in the price. However, they agreed to implement a proper distribution program to distribute eggs. The minister promised to provide a police security to them in the case of a need. A childcare program is scheduled to take place in the Anuradhapura district. The objective of this program is to control the child abuse incidents. Consultant specialist Dr. Nilani Ratnayaka of the Anuradhapura hospital said that this was planned taking into consideration of the high number of child abuse incidents reported. A special awareness program was held for the divisional secretaries regarding this matter. And that's local news.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
Ceylon Petroleum Corporation says that the fuel consumption in Sri Lanka has plunged by 50% in the last month of the year, compared to the first few months of the year. The company said daily fuel consumption averaged 5,500 tons between December 2021 and February 2022. The economic crisis, which had led to a reduction in the consumption, the introduction of fuel rationing, and the end of hoarding of fuel, has resulted in the decline in the demand. And that was top news.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
Watch Live is brought to you by
Let's celebrate Christmas and New Year with CIB, with special gifts, discounts and easy payment schemes available till 31st of December. Come to CIB today.
Police media spokesman SSP Nihal Taldua says that as the festive season is the time when road accidents surge, the public are urged to be extremely cautious when travelling on the roads by adhering to the existing rules. As far as possible, strict actions will be taken against drivers who drive under influence of liquor. The police also request the public to refrain from bathing near waterfalls, reservoirs, rivers and beaches, and act according to the instructions given by the life-saving and community police officers who are on duty in those places. And that was Watch Live.
Let's celebrate Christmas and New Year with CIB, with special gifts, discounts and easy payment schemes available till 31st of December. Come to CIB today.
World News, brought to you by courtesy of
We give you the strength to rise higher and higher.
Never step back, but always march forward.
Empowering you to reach greater heights. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
Deadly storm turns American city of Buffalo into war zone. China is to end COVID quarantine for foreign arrivals. Skiers rescued after avalanche in Western Austria. And those are the headlines. A severe winter storm that has swept across North America has left the city of Buffalo, New York, looking like a war zone, the state governor said. The city recorded 25 weather-related deaths yesterday, up from 13 on Sunday. And this is a war with Mother Nature, and she has been hitting us with everything she has since Thursday, it's quoted. New York State Governor Kathy said blizzard conditions which stretched from Canada to the Mexican border have killed at least 50 people nationwide. China has announced that its requirement for travelers arriving in the country to go into quarantine will end on 8th January. The measure is the latest in the series of restrictions to be lifted as China abandons its zero COVID policy. China is seeing an explosion in COVID-related infections, and medical workers have said they are struggling to cope. All 10 members of the group of skiers caught in an avalanche near the resort of Lech Zürs in Western Austria on Sunday have been rescued, police say. Helicopters, searchlights, and avalanche dogs were used in the operation to locate the missing people after initial fears they had been buried in the snow. The avalanche happened at about 3 p.m. local time at an altitude of 2,700 meters. And that's World News.
World News, brought to you by courtesy of
Amidst all challenges, we will rally around you and advance.
In the face of hardships, let's stand strong together.
Empowering you to reach greater heights. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
Development News. Sabaragamuwa Province Governor Tikiriko Bagudo says that steps have been taken to establish information technology facilities for 21 schools in the Sabaragamuwa Province, aiming to arm the young generation with IT skills. In line with this move, 30 smart classrooms will be set up at 21 schools in the province. And that was development news. Moving on to sports, Australia's Men's Test Player of the Year award will be named in honour of Shane Warne. Cricket Australia and ACA made the joint announcement at the Boxing Day test between Australia and South Africa, where both sides have honoured Warne in the first test match to be played at his home ground of MCG since his passing in March this year. And that's sports news.
The fastest way to earn the highest interest, an interest rate of 22% in 4 months. NSB, the safest place for your money.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
The Sri Lanka Export Development Board, EDB, signed a Memorandum of Understanding with the Swiss Import Promotion Programme, which operates under the State Secretariat for Economic Affairs of Switzerland on December 22nd. SIPO facilitates EDB to carry out comprehensive market research studies for selected Sri Lankan export product sectors, processed food, sustainable fish and seafood. And that was Business News.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
The fastest way to earn the highest interest, an interest rate of 22% in 4 months. NSB, the safest place for your money.
Economic news, courtesy of...
For the 5th consecutive year, LOLC is awarded People's Financial Services Brand of the Year at the 2022 Slim Kantar People's Awards. As the People's Financial Services Brand of the Year, LOLC continues to place the customer first, and this has won the hearts, minds and trust of Sri Lankans, with yet another prestigious award as proof of this lasting commitment. LOLC, imagine the possibilities.
State Minister of Technology Kanaka Herat says that a comprehensive program has been launched to make the IT sector a major foreign exchange earning industry in Sri Lanka. He said that it has been possible to earn $1,500 million foreign exchange through the IT industry in 2021. There are approximately 20,000 IT job openings in the public and private sectors. The minister further said that it is the Ministry of Technology's responsibility to mobilize the young people required for this industry. And that was economic news.
LOLC Finance is taking the power of innovation to the next level, winning 5 goals at the Technovation Awards 2022, leading the digital revolution with cutting-edge interbanking digital payments. LOLC Finance claims the overall Gold Award, whilst also claiming an extraordinary victory in digital banking.
Weather report.
The Met Department says the low pressure area to the west of the island is gradually moving away from the coast of Sri Lanka. Several spells of showers will occur in northern, north central and eastern provinces. Showers or thundershowers will occur in few places in western, sub-Brahman and northwestern provinces during the afternoon or night. And that was the weather report. To wind up this news broadcast, let's look at the main points once again. 110 people in Sri Lanka die every day from the use of tobacco and alcohol. Health authorities emphasize the responsibility of the society to prevent young generation from the drug menace. Floods caused heavy damages to the Kandy district. Poultry Producers Association agrees to provide eggs at a price of 55 rupees. Fuel consumption in Sri Lanka drops 50% in December. News overseas, a deadly storm turns American city of Buffalo into war zone. In sports, Australia's Men's Test Player of the Year award will be named in honour of Shane Warne. And with that, we conclude this morning news broadcast of Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.